Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Nation with Polonia Warszawa. The transfer garbs are back, we're on the transfer page, we're also on the 16th of September, more on that in a minute. I just recorded for 18 minutes without realising that I hadn't pressed start. Yes! So essentially, I forgot that we were drawn into the group stages, and I thought, oh yeah, we'll just start the season, we'll do the transfer window, and we'll start on the first game in the group stages. Little did I realise that is in the bloody end of September. So today is actually not going to be that, because I just ran out of time. It took 6 hours, because I'd had to turn all those leagues on, and now the game runs like crap. So yeah, we might have to talk about that more down the line. Point is, today we're going to be doing a game against Legia, obviously, but we've already played 7 games off camera, as well as loads of signings, so next episode we'll be jumping straight into the Europa League. But today, big signings that need to be talked about, we are actually recording this time. Now you might look at this and go, you've barely spent any of your transfer funds. No, I have spent a lot of them. It's just that the board have been trying to recuperate those. Well, I mean, I said the board. Things have happened, alright? But before we get into that, admin time. So our B team sadly lost the lower league cup final this time to Legia Novi, who I'm pretty certain they beat last time, so that's a shame. They're not going to be in the Polish Cup this year. The board are investing 650 grand again in youth facilities. I didn't even have to ask them this time, which was really nice. Also, they're upgrading the youth recruitment and the junior coaching budget, so that's more money going to that. Hopefully we can get better youth intake, because last year's was garbage. As I said, the other leagues are turned on now, so we've got a lot of the major leagues turned on, and the game has already slowed to a crawl, so yeah, it's not good, is it? As a result of the way things are planned out, we're going to show you signings, then we're going to show you the games, and then we got a game as well. So there's going to be action-packed in today's episode. We do have some new sponsors too, which have helped us. And it's only an extra 300 grand a year, but it's just a little bit of extra money, because we got like 2 million just for our league position, and we're also going to get another 2.5 million for playing in the Europa League this year. So our money is looking much better, as you can see. 4 million in the bank is very tasty, and that's without us even getting any wins in the Europa League yet. I say yeah, I think it's unlikely. When you see our group, you'll understand. So firstly, on the out, Jan Majsterek. He's gone. Someone was ludicrous enough to actually put a bid in for him, and I thought, yeah, we're going to sell. 425, it is 350 rising to 425. It's about what we paid for him in the first place, but the point is it gets his 2 grand a week wages off of our wage bill. He was just a mistake. It did not work out for him at the club. I wish you well, but yeah, he just was not good enough for us in the end. Don't worry, I've signed centre-backs. Oh boy, have I signed centre-backs. And also, sadly, on the topic of players leaving, Darius Zuba has gone to Saints. They put a bid in. I thought they were probably going to exceed and trigger his release clause. There's nothing we could do about it. Unfortunately, there's a real limit to the, unfortunately some players will insist on release clauses. There's nothing you can do about it, even when you, however, it's the cap. I can, the most they'll let me put the release clause up to most of the time is 2.1 million, which is nothing. And unfortunately, that was his release clause. Saints came in with a 1.6 million offer. I rejected it, but I kind of knew that they were going to end up triggering the release clause. They did. 2.1 million, and Darius Zuba has gone. Now, I know we've made money on him. I assume we must have done. Yeah, he came in for 74 grand. So we have made quite a lot of money off of him over a couple of seasons. It's just disappointing, because I feel like we could have got more. And I set about spending it. Firstly, Mateusz Klak. Free transfer, no big deal. He was released by Cracovia. Was it Cracovia? I think he was on loan last year. And he just looked too good to pass down as a free transfer, to be honest. That potential particularly. I've signed a few of these sort of guys just to bolster the squad a little bit. He might go out on loan. I don't really know. Point is, he's here. Next up is Patino, who's coming from Colombia. Now, you might notice, obviously, we've had some games already, so you'll see some of the stats, but there's not much I can do to hide that right now. I think he's a decent signing. For 225k, he's coming from Deportivo Cali to play in that defensive midfield role. He can do a lot. To be honest, he can just do a lot. He's only 18 years old. I feel like he was a good piece of business for 225k. Yeah, I'd already completed this signing sort of earlier this season, but I think he's going to make good backup to the likes of Gorka and Pilar, and it just gives us a bit of extra momentum there, you know? And now, the first of the centre-backs. I did pick up 2. I was only going to go for 1, but then the chance came up. This is Domingos Mane. Now, those of you that watched the analysis video will know I talked about the fact that I was pretty certain that our defensive stability was so important based on our headers won and our ability to win aerial challenges. So what I've really gone for is players that are great in the air, tall, and have good tackling. That's what I've kind of really gone for. And so he's pretty much that in the epitome. Domingos Mane, 6'4". He's a beast of a man. He's got 13 heading and 15 tackling, and he's only 18 years old. He's coming from Rio Ave. 325k. That to me is an absolute steal. That was his release clause. Yeah, he's on 2k a week, but this 2k a week is much more better invested in him than it was in Jan Majsterek. I think I love this guy. He's already scored a goal for us too, which is really nice. And you look at that, a 7.46 so far over 5 matches. This guy's putting up the numbers for us, and that is a hugely good sign. So welcome, Domingos. And on that topic, here is his new centre-back partnership. Obviously, we've got Konofal as well, so we've got 3 excellent centre-backs and Kasalik to play around with. This is Davor Vinjevic, who's coming from Partizan. It wouldn't be one of my saves without a giant Serbian centre-back, now would it? This is the Beast of Belgrade. He is 6'6". He's 6'6". He is an absolute bell tower of a man. 17 jumping reach, or even on top of that, 17 strength. He's got 15 tackling, 14 marking. He's only got 12 heading, but it doesn't matter because he's already taller than everybody else. Just excellent stats for a centre-back. And for 250 grand, I could not turn this one down either. I think these two are an absolute pair of wonderful players. And again, you can see his average rating, 7.43. They have absolutely towered over people so far this season. And I think they're going to make a huge difference, particularly against the weaker sides, in just keeping us in matches and just stopping those long balls, because they're just able to jump and nod them out the air. Brilliant. I'm really, really pleased with this business to only spend, like, what was it? Probably about 650,000 pounds and get 2 really excellent first-class centre-backs. I'm super pleased with that business. And it meant I could spend the money elsewhere, which I did. Now, this is a loan signing. We're still paying a bit more. We're paying 1.5k a week of wages plus a little extra over the course of a month, like an extra 2 grand a month on top of that. But Herman Carballo, he came in, obviously, based on the fact that Zuba had left, and I wanted to bring someone out, and I saw this guy, and I thought, you know what? We can't afford him, but a loan signing isn't the end of the world here. We'll pay his wages for a season. He's going to come in, do a job. I mean, for the attacking midfield role, he is virtually perfect. He is about as perfect as we can get in that position. He has scored a league goal for us so far. I'm a huge fan of this guy. I really, and he's very consistent, and that could be very, very helpful for us over the course of the year as I try to make us into a more consistent team, and I think he's going to have a key role in that. And don't forget, we've still got Kuharski, we've still got Fiacek, all of those guys are still here. It's only Zuba that left. Next up is Kokada. He's coming for £59,000. This isn't really one for now. This is a future, or maybe make some money and move him on to another Polish side kind of signing. And it's kind of a similar story here with old Haldor Christian Vidtharsson, who is, well, he's an Icelander. We've finally got an Icelandic centre midfielder. He is, again, one of those guys. I saw him and my scout report was like 94% on him. I thought, you know what? He might not be what we need right now because his passing's not great and his vision isn't great compared to some of the others, but he's got a lot of things that make me like him. Now, again, those of you that watch the analysis video will hear me talk about the one thing I'd kind of identified is that we created a lot of chances, but they often fell to either of the wingers. And the problem is our wingers were really good at creating chances, but terrible at putting them away because not a single winger of ours had, I think, more than 8 finishing. It might even be 7, to give you an idea. Hmil had 7, Zaborowski had 7, Peltzy was like 5. It was dreadful, which makes me think that with the amount of chances we were creating, if we could find players in those 2 roles that had good finishing and composure stats, that could be revolutionary for this team. So that's what I went out to try and do. And personally, I think I found them. So this is the loan signing. This is Tony. He's coming from Real Betis for the season. He's very, very short, as you can see, but he's got 10 finishing. Look at this. He is literally just better Zaborowski. He's slightly slower, but it's negligible. The key thing is, though, the finishing. It's 10 instead of 5. He does have better composure than Zaborowski too. The only real areas he lacks, particularly on the technical side, is absolutely everything is better. And finally, you might think, you had a lot of money. Where did that go? I kind of pumped all that money, as the title would suggest, into one player for the other side to play the Hmil role. And this is that guy. This is Victor Hugo Puig. So if he doesn't work out, I'm going to be Les Miserables. But I hope that he really, really will. Now, looking, he's got 12 finishing. This guy is a finisher from that position. Good crossing, good dribbling, good first touch. His passing isn't bad. He's got excellent work rate. There's a lot to like about this guy. He's actually faster than Hmil, amazingly. Jumping reach isn't great because he's only 5'8", so he's a tiny bit shorter. But to me, this guy is exactly what we needed. He's cost 3.8 million in total. It's only 1.3 up front, more over the next 3 years, and I hope you guys are too. So, if you've got any nicknames and suggestions, you know where to put them. I think I've already got his nickname. And obviously, yeah, player rumours for these guys. We're going to need some of those as the South Americans begin to join us. And I don't think I signed a single Polish player. I'm going to show you those now. Kind of brief, because obviously we've got a live com at the end of this against Legia, because of course we do. Let's get into that. So we started off the season with a bang. And this was great because we were actually missing a lot of the new guys. You'll see that Konofal started here with Vinjevic, but obviously Mane wasn't available, which was a bit of a problem. But we thumped them 3-0. It was glorious. And we created so many chances. And I feel like with Tony and Victor Hugo in this team, it might have been even more, but we didn't need them. Fiacek scored 35 minutes into the season. He's already off the mark, which was so important to me given how he performed last year. Meal added another one. Konofal added another one. Gorka missed a penalty. It could have been more. This is the kind of play I like to see. With that kind of chance creation, with players with better finishing, it's inevitable that we're going to score more goals this season. It just feels like it. We were then brought back down to earth, though, in the next match away at Lech. This was a weird one. We took the lead 10 minutes in. Fiacek again. Really, really nice to see. 2-2. Thing is, they kept getting in behind us, so I dropped the defensive line deeper, and it worked for the most part. But then in the 89th minute, and that's why they got those clear-cut chances, 89th minute, Zero just lumps the ball over the top, and for some reason they were too high up the pitch, even though we dropped deeper, and Cerno was able to level things up for Lech Poznan. But again, an away point at Poznan isn't a bad result, really. And we then took our rage out on newly promoted Arca, who were actually playing all right at the time. But again, this is the kind of performances I want to see from the squad, creating chance after chance and putting the ball in the net. Mane was back for this game and played a blinder, scored 3 minutes in. Fijarczyk scored a hat-trick in this game, 5 goals in the league in 3 games. He only got 7 last season. And then Giovagnoli scored an absolute thunderbolt, which I would show you, but we just don't have time right now. And I might put it in post if I have a chance. Zaborowski then added another one in there as well. 6-0 against Arca. What a result this was. Just terrific performances throughout the team. Puig made a little bit of an appearance, a decent one, didn't contribute a goal, but the rest of the team did such a good job. A 6-0 drubbing. But again, we were then brought back down to earth again, this time against newly promoted Chwnichanka, who are having a much better time of it than they did last time. They were actually level on points with us coming into this match. And it's still a bit unfortunate. I feel like we deserved the win. Herman Carballo gave us the lead and they got a late one. But again, we were looking better and better and starting to bed in a little bit more. And, you know, still unbeaten, still getting the wins. It's not the end of the world, as was then proven as we beat Rakov 2-0. Oh, this was a satisfying win. They didn't do nothing in this match at all. And Patino and Fijarczyk, again, were able to smash us into the lead and give us a 2-0 victory. Yamrog, as you can see, still playing there. Not playing that often, though. In all honesty, he only made 11 appearances for them last season. You might wonder why I know that, because I checked through this in the previous version of this recording. Thank God I didn't get to the live com. He's not been great. Really? They're massively underusing him, as was to be expected. I can't believe they're going to ruin this player for us, or for Poland in general. It's really disappointing. Point is, we beat them again. Like someone said, they are the Norwich of this save, and it's very nice, because we're always beating them now. But like all good things, they do come to an end. Away at Lechia, we're still not as good as them. It's as simple as that. We didn't really turn up on the night. We were still okay in places. In fairness, the goals... The penalty they scored was the first time in this entire save that we've had one of those, is it in the area or not, that's actually given in the area. Because of course. So they scored that, and then unfortunately Giovagnoli tried to clear a ball and it went straight into the path of Awonyi, who then slammed it in for 2-0 8 minutes later. If it wasn't for those little errors, we might have got something, but we wouldn't have deserved it. And Gorka's red card did not help us at all, unfortunately, as he got 2 bookings in 2 minutes. Arcadius, sort it. Thankfully, though, it was back to winning ways in the final match that we played off camera. A 2-1 victory over Wisła. Kokoschka scored a goal and Fijarczyk scored another. Those of you that are doing the maths at home will realise that Fijarczyk has got 7 goals this season in 7 matches. He's equalled his league tally from last season in the first 7 games of this season. Consistency is certainly not his strong point, but this year he's been absolutely on fire. It's been brilliant. Unfortunately, Carballo was sent off in this one, but we still managed to get the victory. Moscala did get one back for them late on. They finally started to pick things up once we went down to 10 men, but it wasn't enough and we got the victory. All that leaves us sitting in 2nd place. Not too bad. Kind of where we wanted to be. And at the moment, we do actually have a game in hand over Lechia, but they're already 6 points clear. They look unbeatable at the moment. But we do have now a game in hand over Lech Poznan, so we could move further clear of them. And that's kind of the key thing for me. We're right up there. We've only lost 1 of our opening 7. We're winning more than we're losing, which is great. We've got good goal difference. Fijarczyk's got 7 in the league so far. Kokoschka already has 4 assists this season. So, let's get into the game today. This is going to be difficult. It is away as well against Legia. One of these days, we're going to get a win against them, and it's going to be glorious. Maybe it'll be today. Maybe not, though. Oh, yeah. And this is the worst news, though. David Hoja broke his leg, but that's not important. What's important is us trying to get the win. Oh, yeah. By the way, Europa League. This is our Europa League group. Arsenal, Athletic Bilbao, and Slavia Prague. So we might have a chance against Slavia. That's really our chance. If we can maybe get 6 points against them, maybe, but it's very unlikely. There might be an outside chance of us maybe nicking seconds, but it's very unlikely. But even if we were to get a victory, it would be good for the money and good for the coefficients, and that's the main thing. You might notice, unfortunately, a distinct lack of other Polish teams in this round. But importantly, we've actually got to sort the team out now. So let's try and sort this, shall we? Tony still isn't quite ready to go, and it's frustrating. But Zaborowski's done well this year. Fijarczyk and Carballo, happy with that. Puig, even though Chmiel has done well, I want to give Puig his chance. I feel like he can definitely do a job, particularly against a team like Legia. Unfortunately, Gorka is now injured too, which isn't great. Luckily, Stanislav is there to save the day. At the back, happy to go Kokoschka, Vinjevic, Mane and Giovagnoli. Konofal will still get plenty of opportunities, do not worry. In fact, he's going to have to go in for Mane today due to the lack of fitness levels. And I don't know why Tony's in the team. I hate that it does that. In comes Zabas. So that's the lineup we're going to go with. Let's check the bench. So the bench is going to be Siratsky, Zima, Kokada, Chmiel, Kasalik, Vitharsen, and of course, Zayats. Right, okay. Oh, this is going to be difficult, but I don't know. We owe them. We do. We've got to get... Statistically, we're going to get a win against them eventually. The luck just really has not been in our favour. We've had some really unfortunate results against Legia in our time. That's what I would say. Vyarchek springing forward. He's got Victor Hugo in behind. Can he find him? Carballo's through. He's going to go alone, and he scored! Herman Carballo, he didn't need any support, and we're winning away at Legia. It's actually happening. Wojciech Vyarchek put that on a plate. That could have gone either way for about... We kept winning the ball back and then losing it. Vyarchek looks like he's got an extra level of pace today. I thought he was going to find Victor Hugo. He just straight offside. This is wonderful from Carballo. That extra little touch to get away from his man and then fire that home. Second of the season for him. He looks good. 1-0. Come on. This game is dangerously in the balance right now. Next goal is super important. Zaborowski. Pilar. No! Oh my god. Wow, we've pushed a lot of men forward. Almost too many, some might argue. What a save from Neugebauer. I don't know why we've suddenly looked so attacking. Oh, surely not. Surely not. Oh, come on! I mean, they've deserved it. They have. They've been very, very good since we went in front. I don't know what's different today. The players seem to be really hesitant to put tackles in. It's really weird. I've not seen us play as badly as this for a while. It's a really good ball through. Oh, God, it couldn't have fell back to him any more perfectly, and it is now 1-1, but we don't look right at all. I mean, we're going in at half-time. Incredibly fortunate to still be in this match. This is the worst I've seen us play against Legia in a very long time. They just look one step ahead of us at the moment. Here we go. How did that? Right, that's nonsense. Why did their player win that ball? There's two of our players in the midfield who are so close to that, they could literally step and just get it. And they seem to just keep letting them win the ball. I don't understand it. The players just aren't winning balls when they are quite obviously the favourites to do so. Oh my god. Oh my god. How are we still in this match? It's incredible that this game is 1-1, and it certainly doesn't deserve to be. And if we get a point from this, that will be the luckiest point we've had in this entire save. But it would be excellent to still get, to be fair. I'd still take it, happily. That's what I would say. Spahiu, get your blocks in. Good, better. Now run and collect the ball, and let's actually have a breakaway here. Not the player we wanted on the ball here. Pilar, go on, just do something with it. Please. What was that? Koshka, Carballo, here we go, finally. Go on, slip him through. Vyarchek! Oh, a chance. 15 minutes to go. They've thoroughly deserved the win on the night, and if they don't get it, I will hold my hands up and apologise to them, to be honest. Whips it across. Oh my god! He's put it in! It's a goal! Is it actually a goal? Oh, it's got to be offside, isn't it? Oh. We are going to get a replay of it. I mean, oh god, that's so close. To me, the lines definitely don't represent where the players were, but he is definitely offside. Maybe it's the guy on the line. I thought we'd won it at the death there with Konefal. We've got away with an unbelievable point. We did not deserve a point from that match, but we've got it, and it's maybe points like that that make all the difference. We did not play well on the night, though. The players, I don't know. You see what I mean, though? Like, when there's obvious things that you're totally the favourite for, and they just somehow don't win the tackle. But anyway, a good point. Amazingly, well, best thing was that Carballo scored a goal. We didn't lose the match, and that is a huge one. Away point at Legia is a massive one. Next up, though, it's a total break from all that as we travel. In fact, no, we host Athletic Bilbao, and then we have Arsenal. It's a tough start, but we're going to be doing that in the next video, so that is going to be fun as hell. If you've enjoyed it and you're looking forward to the new season, drop a like on the video. That would be spectacular. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. That would be awesome as well. And I'll join you guys in the next episode for some more goodies. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye. I looked at it and I noticed, I was like, how far am I into this video? Oh, none. Brilliant, Matt. Well done. It's the hat. It's rotting my brain.